What is the Asus ROG STRIX GL553? The ROG STRIX GL553 is part of 2017's new breed of sub-pound 1000 gaming laptops that can play the latest AAA games at full HD resolution. Despite sitting in the same price category as rivals from Acer and Dell, Asus has somehow managed to chuck extra features at the GL553 that the competition can manage. It's not perfect, but, for the money, the GL553 is the best that I've tested. Asus ROG STRIX GL553, Design and Build. Like most mid-range gaming laptops, Asus hasn't prioritized a svelte build or premium design with this machine, but it has put some focus on gamer-oriented features. These include lit-up, neon orange highlights and a ROG logo on the lid, a neon orange touchpad border, RGB keyboard backlighting and a creased black brushed metal frame. It's old-school gaming hardware design with a modern twist, and I really like it. But if you're after something subtle, you'll probably want to look elsewhere. Build quality is a mixed bag, with a keyboard tray in particular offering a bit more flex than I'd like. There's also a bit of gap between the top and bottom portion of the chassis, and the lid has a huge amount of flex to it. It weighs in at 2.5 kilograms, which isn't particularly travel-friendly, but at least it will fit into most regular backpacks if you need to lug it around on occasion. Asus has equipped the GL553 with every connector a PC gamer could want. On the left there's Gigabit Ethernet, HDMI, 2 USB 3.0 Type-A ports and Type-C connector, along with a 3.5mm headset jack. On the front edge there's a stealthy SD card slot that you could easily miss, and on the right there's one final USB 2.0 port and, unusually, a DVD drive. Internally, there's 802.11 acres Wi-Fi from Intel along with Bluetooth 4.0. The keyboard is large and well-spaced, with no omissions as far as buttons or layout oddities go. There's an extra shortcut key to take you to Asus ROG Gaming Center software, and the W, A, S and D keys are highlighted in white. The W key also gets a small ridge to let you know where your middle finger should be during intense gaming sessions. The keyboard uses RGB backlighting, letting you light 4 different sections of the keyboard in any color you fancy. It's not as advanced as the perky backlighting of some high-end laptops, but it's impressive nonetheless and is a step above both the Acer Aspire VX15 and Dell Inspiron 15 gaming. The keyboard is comfortable to type on, and while it's chunky, long key press is satisfying. I'm not convinced it's the best choice for twitchy gamers who need absolute speed when moving around in games. It's not bad by any means, and I quite like it, but I think it's an acquired taste. The touchpad is Microsoft Precision certified, which means it's capable of performing all the most important multi-finger gestures and manages an overall level of responsiveness that's above what cheaper laptops can muster. Asus ROG STRIX GL553, Performance. This laptop comes in a variety of specifications, but the key differentiators between models are the processor, Core i5 or i7, and graphics card, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 or 1050 Ti. The model on review here is the cheapest option, with a quad-core Intel Core i5-7300HQ processor clocked at 2.5 GHz up to a maximum of 3.5 GHz and the GTX 1050 GPU with 4 GB of video memory. Along with 8 GB of DDR4 memory and a 128 GB SATA SSD, this machine motors along nicely in everyday tasks, and is happy enough to fire up video and photo editing tasks as well. In the Geekbench 4 benchmark, it managed single and multi-core cores of 3973 and 10801, which are both excellent results that soundly beat the Acer VX15 that's powered by the same processor. In the gaming tests it acquitted itself well. Tomb Raider at high settings in Full HD was handled at an average frame rate of 44.2 FPS, which is very playable. Shadow of Mordor at Ultra, clocked in 46.1 FPS. In Battlefield 1 at the game zone suggest automatic medium settings ran at a steady 65 FPS. Full HD at medium settings is this laptop's sweet spot in the latest AAA games, but expect much higher frame rates in esports titles such as Counter-Strike and Dota. If you want more performance, consider the 1050Ti model, and take a look at Trusted's 1050Ti review for a detailed performance breakdown. The fan on the left side of the laptop gets up to a proper whir when the machine is under sustained load. It's relatively loud, and even if you're gaming with a headset on, anybody in the same room as you probably won't be particularly pleased with your presence. It's no worse than the competition, though, and certainly quieter than gaming laptops of years gone by. SSD performance is fine, but doesn't come close to higher-end machine with NVMe-based storage. The 128GB SATA unit is fine, putting in a Crystal Disk Mark read score of 500 MB per second, which is fast enough to not be a bottleneck in Windows. The main concern is that 128GB isn't really enough nowadays for more than a Windows install in one large game. There's a 1TB hard disk has a bulk storage drive, but you'll lose the ability to load quickly.